Hey all, Twister here. In this video I'm going to show you how to add a new race into era for Rolemaster. My race will be from this book Dark Space and it's called Quan. I am using a converted version of that for RMFRP. First let's start era just to show you what we are going to do and what's going to happen. Now, here in the new character building, we can see all the races that we have in era, and this is what we will have to add into era. So the stats, progressions, description. We can put a category and a picture. So let's get to it. We can now close the era, but we can still keep this picture here as a reference. And let's see. Let's go to RMFRP, configuration, and then races. Here we see all the races that we have in the game. And Common Man and Wood Elf are always there. They are the example races. And by editing these example races we can make a new race. So let's copy and paste Wood Elf. And change its name. It has to have this race extension. And let's make Quan. Now I like to use this Notepad++ program because I can have any number of tabs and I always have hundreds of tabs open, so bear with me. I have made a conversion of this race into RMFRP, and this is just my notes about that. So let's just convert this into era format. In era we have this is an XML file, so it is kind of a set of information in a very highly structured format. Important bits are well, everything is important. We always have a race, so let's change that into Quan for now. Then we have a category. This is what we see here. And if I choose a category from here, I can then later see Dark Space category in there. So let's write Dark Space. Then the next step is to add all the stat bonuses. -4 for memory, but they have a 0 for reasoning because they are not stupid, they are just a bit uncivilized. They are getting there. And -4 for intuition. Yes, I think that's correct. Then is the resistance bonuses. So they will be getting -5, no, -10 for all these. But the +5 for poisons and diseases. No, actually +10 for diseases. Now if we would like to add some more, like I have such resistances as Arcane from the Arcane Companion, and I also have converted psychic powers for era. So I have an additional realm, psychic power. These will both be -10. Next up is this set of fields for different progressions. Quan are really strong. They have a maximum hit point value of 150, so I decided on making the body development the highest possible according to Game Master's law. So that will make it 7531. They have a standard channeling PowerPoint progression because I think all races should have the equal channeling PowerPoint progression. And it can be changed by grace points from channeling companion if you use those rules. However, I've chosen that they are of mediocre spell using power if they ever learn to use those powers. So all of Essence, Mentalism, Arcane, and Psychic powers are going to be 5322. So I will just change those values like that. And here too I will be adding Arcane and Psychic power. It looks a bit silly that it's Psychic power PowerPoint progression, but that's the way to make it work with custom realms. Let's save it. And next is the SkillCostModifiers. So these are for Everyman and restricted skills. Skills always have to have a category, a group. So for example here is the artistic group active skill. And they also have to have classification. Usually it's static maneuver, but it can be moving maneuver, or it can also be offensive bonus or special, even something special. And modifier is how much the each skill rank is well modified, but it's a bit silly. 0.5 means that it is half as costly, so that means it is an Everyman skill, and each rank would under normal rules amount to 2 ranks. Now I have chosen, here I have chosen that they should have sprinting and hunting as Everyman skills and bribery and trading as restricted skills, because as Quan they have no concept of possession, and then they have a hard time understanding this. So let's implement all of these. So first, sprinting, that is in the athletic category, athletic group, and the category is endurance. The skill is sprinting, and modifier is 0.5 because it's an Everyman skill. Then we have outdoor environmental. Skill called hunting. There you go. Let's save it up. Oh, actually we should also make this into a moving maneuver, because that's what sprinting is. Next up are 2 skills called bribery and trading. Those are both in the influence category. And also the group is called influence, so I can just copy and paste it over to both of them. Bribery and trading. And both are static maneuvers. However, these are restricted skills, so their modifier should be 2. So for each skill rank developed, you will only get half of them. Next up, injury recovery multiplier. They should have a normal recovery rate, so this should be just 1. They have 2 languages, and according to my computations, they should have 55 talent points. Let's skip this sample image for now and do it at the end. Here's important information and description. In this one, the important information for wood elves. Alright, it's because I closed the era. I have to restart it. Find wood elf, and here we see that the important information is the first paragraph of the description, and then the second part is the description. So that's a bit silly. There are 2 parts to the 2 paragraphs to the description. But okay, let's change these. Quan are, well, let's actually just add all this information. There's special stuff here. They have a natural attack. They have racial training, familiar, gaining them +10 in the following skills. So the skills are, now I can actually just copy and paste this there. Mind you, you do have to actually add these bonuses yourself. Ira cannot do it by itself at the moment. So once the character is done, you will have to go and add these +10s into each of these skills, unfortunately. And description. Quan are, well, I guess the simplest thing is to say that they are lion people. And I guess we can also say where they are from. If I remember correctly, that's the name of their planet. Okay, we are almost done. The last thing to do is to add the sample image. This sample image is in the format of base 64. And I have this website that I've been using to convert images into base 64. Basically, any image you have, you can put here and you get the base 64 version of that, and then you just copy paste that huge wall of text into this field. I have actually done this already for this race. So this is the Quan picture from the Dark Space book. So now I can just copy and paste. No, I think, can I actually just, yes, I can just drag it here. And then I can encode it. And Control A, Control C. And now I have to be careful not to lose this sample image marker or its concluding marker here. So I will press home button and end button twice and then just paste it over this text and save. That's a very big text. Now if everything worked out correctly, the Quan should be ready. I will close the server. It has to be restarted for the changes to work, and then start it again. Everything seems to be alright. If you have done some mistakes in the creation of the race, like you have removed some of those important arrows, like a slash here or an arrow like this, or one of these rows, then you would have to go and add that again and copy and paste it from another file or anyhow, and hope that the error gives you a good error message to find out what you did wrong. So let's see what the race looks like. Let's go to race, and we should now have a category for dark space. Yes, it is here. And when we click Quan, whoa. Well, here we have it. We have all the bonuses we added, all the progressions, all the resistances, the talent points. We have the important information and the description, and finally we have this nice picture. I think that concludes it. Next time I think I will go through how to add a new culture for this new race. Until then.